So let me ask you, how do you define success? Is it a particular goal you want to reach? Is it something more abstract, like peace of mind or balance? Take a moment to think about that because understanding your personal version of success is the first step towards achieving it. Welcome back to your daily pod gem, the safe space we've curated to inspire, uplift, and empower you with insightful golden nuggets that will help you kickstart and conquer each day. Join us daily on YouTube for your full daily dose of inspiration, or get your golden nuggets on our TikTok page. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share these gems with your close friends and loved ones. I'm your host, Prudently Anonymous, and today we're exploring a topic that everyone wants to know about: success. We'll talk about what success really is, how to define it, and most importantly, how to achieve it. So let's get started. First, let's define success. Now, this is where it gets interesting because success isn't a one size fits all kind of deal. You'll hear people say success is about having a lot of money or success is all about fame. But in reality, success can look different for everyone. For some, success means having a fulfilling career. For others, it's about being a good parent or building meaningful relationships. Some people define it by how many lives they impact, while others measure success by their own or their personal growth or happiness. So let me ask you, how do you define success? Is it a particular goal you want to reach? Is it something more abstract, like peace of mind or balance? So take a moment to think about that because understanding your personal version of success is the first step towards achieving it. Now that we have a rough idea of what success might look like, let's dive into how you can get there. In the Weekly Wealth podcast with David Chuddick, on the episode Unlocking Success in 2025, Ditch Resolutions for Real Change, he mentioned that he's not a good fan of New Year resolutions. He doesn't think they're a good idea. Shocking, you may say, but hear him out. David mentioned studies that have found that 80% of people abandon their New Year's resolution by mid-February each year. If you listen to my first episode on goal setting, in which I stated mid-February was the ideal time to bring about this topic, since those who set their January New Year goals and resolutions may have forgotten them by then. So you see, makes sense? Now back to David. He highlighted the importance of mindset as critical to achieving success. Now, if you've ever read about successful people or listened to interviews with entrepreneurs, athletes, or creatives, one thing is clear: mindset is a huge part of the equation. But what does that mean exactly? Having the right mindset for success means believing in yourself, staying positive in tough times, and knowing that failure isn't the end. It's just a part of the process. There's a famous quote by Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, which states, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And this is such a powerful quote because what that tells you is that if you adopt a mindset that it's not failure, it's just a setback or a learning experience. If you adopt that mindset, then all you're setting yourself up for is that opportunity to learn and grow. The key is to stay focused on the long-term goal, not let distractions or failures knock you off your course. and always push through the challenges. So, what are some ways you can start cultivating a successful mindset? Other than being inspired by these daily gems at Daily Pod Gems on YouTube and TikTok, of course. Number one, be grateful. If you start your day by listing things you are thankful for, you'll be surprised at how this simple practice can shift your perspective. Number two, favor growth over perfection. Now you have to stop waiting for the perfect time to do the perfect time to act. The perfect time will come. No. You have to start where you are and improve along the way, along the journey. Number three, be resilient. Embrace challenges and setbacks. These are the moments that truly shape your growth. Because after all, success isn't a straight line. It's more like a winding road with a few bumps along the way. Podcaster Natalie Dawson from Building Billions did a video on YouTube a few months ago titled How I Transform Myself and Build My Dream Life. And what I found educational about her monologue was her identification of 7 principles she adhered to, which played a role in her success. I won't list them all, but the link is there. You can access the full video below. But 2 that I like to mention today is 1, honesty and vision board. Now, again, if you'd listened to my previous episode, you'll recall me saying we have to be realistic with the goals that we set for ourselves. We must be honest by considering all critical success factors and possible bottlenecks as we identify our goals. Now, whether you use a vision board with only photos or a mix of photos along with some verbiage, or the one-page miracle approach, however you choose to list your goals, it must be accessible. It must be in reach. It must be available when you need that pep or that reminder. So whether you're at work, at home, at the gym, okay, I'm pushing it at that point. But what this does is bring me to the second principle from Natalie's 7 principles is constant visualization. The ability to visualize your future self and what success looks like for you is important. Again, in episode 1, I spoke of setting SMART goals, which are critical to success, and I invite you to check that episode out. But today, I want to continue this monologue by focusing on consistency. So the podcast today I'm growing, hosted by Anna, also known as Growing Anna Nas. She spoke on discipline and consistency. She spoke of her journey in learning and speaking English and how she was able to do so was by practicing over and over and over again. Now, this might seem small to some, especially if English is your first language, but think of it along the lines of, you're trying to learn another language, Spanish, for instance, or Mandarin, or, something else. And what you have to do is visualize how constant practice would come in effect for you to be able to learn and speak fluently. Now, the point of this, speaking about consistency, is that whatever the goals that we set for ourselves in achieving whatever success looks like based on how we've defined it or how we've perceived it, it's not going to come about by doing something every once in a while. It's about what you do every day, those small consistent actions which adds up over time. Think about it like this. If you work out for an hour a day per week, you may not see dramatic results. But if you stay consistent for a month or even a year, those small efforts will compound and you'll notice a significant change. The same goes for career, relationships, or personal growth. A few minutes of daily dedication can yield remarkable results. So ask yourself, what's one thing you can commit to doing every day to get closer to your success? Of course, the road to success isn't always smooth. There will be setbacks, obstacles, and moments of self-doubt. It's totally normal. The key, however, is how you handle them. Remember that success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about bouncing back stronger after every challenge. And one thing I've learned is that the people who succeed are the ones who can stay calm in the storm. When everything feels like it's falling apart, it's easy to give up. But for those who push through, learn from the experience, and keep going, they're the ones who make it to the other side. So, to wrap up today's episode, take this as a gentle reminder that success is a journey, not a destination. It's about creating the right mindset, setting clear goals, staying consistent, and yes, embracing the obstacles along the way. Remember, there's no one size fits all version of success, and it's okay if your path doesn't look like someone else's. Define success for yourself. Stay true to your vision, and most importantly, keep moving forward. That's it for today's episode of Daily Pod Gem. I hope you feel inspired and ready to take action. If you liked today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review or comment, and share it with a friend who could use a little motivation. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and keep striving for your success.